Sound check. Okay, that's it. So, we're on live, we're recording. Okay. Hope you can hear me now. Okay. So, magandang gabi po sa inyo. So, we're going to discuss here the laws of exponent. Let me just go with my power. Oh, I lost my PowerPoint. Okay. Here. Alright. Finally. Check my pen. Can you see my writings? Let me check first. You can see my writings here. Okay, you're good. Okay. Okay, this is actually part of the top 12 professional exam topic in math that you need to know in order to pass the CSE exam and other government exam. Okay, so I'm going to begin na. Magandang gabi po muli, and thank you for coming despite na late na po yung ating live. Alright, I hope you can hear me clearly kahit medyo mahina yung boses ko. Let me just make my mic closer. Alright, so for the laws of exponent, let me just first discuss what is an exponent for the benefits nung hindi pa alam kung ano exponent. But I hope you, at this time, malapit na yung exam, 1 month na lang, you should know this one, this basic already. I just have to discuss this one kasi marami pa din yung medyo nako-confuse kasi hindi nila alam yung foundations of the laws of exponent. But probably you already know that an exponent means that you're going to multiply a certain number by itself. Say for example, you have here 5 squared. So the 5 here is what you call the base, and the 2 here is what you call the exponent. What does an exponent mean? Ibig sabihin po niyan, i-multiply mo lang yung base by itself 2 times. But let me just show how do you read this one. Yung 5 raised to 2, or also known as 5 squared, mathematically, mas binabasa yan technically as 5 squared. Or 5 raised to 3, mas binabasa naman yan as 5 cube. Kasi, as you know, sa cube merong exponent is 3 sa volume. But that is beyond already sa scope nung CSE. For engineering na yon. Then 5 to the 4th, also 5 to the 5th, and beyond, pataas, you will just read it using the nominal value no number dun sa itaas. 5 raised to the 4th, 5 raised to the 5th, 5 raised to the 6th, and so on. Okay? So, let's try how do you solve this one, yung 5 squared. So, you simply multiply yung base by itself 2 times. Kung ilang beses mo yung multiply, it will be denoted by the exponent here on the top. So, you're going to multiply the base here, 5 times 5, that's equivalent to 25. How about 2 raised to the 4? So, the base here is the 2, the exponent is 4. So, you simply multiply the 2 by itself 4 times, as denoted by the exponent here. So, that will become 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or 4 na beses mo nga i-multiply. And that will become 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. I hope you can follow, okay? Simple lang naman po yan. So, that will become 16. Next is, let me just check, okay, good. Next is 4 cube, hindi chicken cube, okay? So it means that you're going to multiply 4 3 times, so that will become 4 times 4 times 4. Okay, 4 times 4 is what? 16. And then you'll go to multiply 16 4 times, that will become 64. Okay? So 16 plus 16 is 32, that's already 2, then double mo lang yung 32, that will be 64. So may 4 ka ng 16 doon. Okay? So that's 64. Now that we know what is an exponent, let us now go to a more detailed applications of the exponent laws. Okay? So kasi hindi ka naman bibigyan ng simple exponent lang. You have to simplify it during the exam. So how do you do that? Excuse me. So the first law of exponent is yung tinatawag natin na may exponent na 1. I have here a variable. I rather use a variable so that you can understand deeply how does an exponent work. So I will also use a actual number which is here para ma-solve natin yung exponent natin. Okay? But initially, I'm going to use a variable here, okay, on the different laws of exponent. Don't get afraid with this one because yung variables natin dito is just the same as the number. Mas madali pa nga pag variable eh. So, this actually means na yung letter A natin dito represents an actual value or number. Hindi lang natin alam kung ano yun. But initially, we're going to use a variable. But again, as I told you, we're going to use also an example of an actual number just like here. Okay? So, we have here the first law. Okay? We already know that the base here is the A and the exponent here is 1. Okay? A raised to the first kung basahin yan. If you have an exponent of 1, you can simply write it as the number itself o yung base mismo, kung ano man yung base na nakalagay. And here, the base here is A. So, rather than writing it as A to the first, you can simply write it as A. Usually, sa algebra, we're doing here as X, diba? So, if you have seen a variables with an exponent of 1, say for example here, we have here X raised to the 1, you can simply write it as X. Okay? At the same time, pag nakakita ka ng X, it simply means that you have an exponent here of 1 because these two are equal. The X to the first and the X are equal, or it means that the X here has an implied exponent of 1. Okay? So, I hope you follow with that first basic rule. Right? Now, let's try to use an actual number. Okay? So, say for example, you have here 2 raised to the first. So, you can simply write it as 2, or ibig sabihin no, may naka-imply na 1 doon. Tinatanggal na lang natin para hindi na natin isusulat yun. Okay? So, no matter how big the number is, say for example, we increase the 2 from 2 to 875 or whatever number it is, a raised to the 1, it will still remain to be the same number or the base itself, which is 875 in this case. So, the first rule simply means that any number raised to the 1 or have an exponent of 1 is the number itself, o yung base mismo. Okay? So, madali lang naman po tandaan nyo. So, tandaan nyo lang din na pag may x ka dito, nakakita ka ng variable, it means that it has an exponent of 1. Next is we have the a raised to the 0. So, this simply means that if you have a base with an exponent of 0, you can simply write it as 1. Take note that the exponent tells us how many times are we going to multiply the base. But here, the exponent is 0. So, how do you multiply the a? Right? So, medyo confusing, di ba? So, there's a mathematical explanation here, but again, that is beyond the exams na matitake mo kasi wala mathematical proving na. But simply, you have to understand that a raised to the 0 is simply equal to 1. Kasi paano mo nga naman i-multiply yung a, ang sabi, raised to the 0, hindi naman raised to the 1. So again, if you have a variable or a number raised to the 0, simply write it as 1. Okay? So, for example, here, we have a variable b raised to the 0, or whatever variable that you have here, or letters, you can simply write it as 1. Right? So, again, that rule simply says that any number raised to the 0 is 1. So, let's try an actual number here. Okay? So, 2 raised to the 0, you can simply write it as 1. The same thing, if you increase that number, or no matter how big the number is, which is here 5,000 raised to the 0, still that is still equal to 1. Okay? So we have already discussed the two rules, which is very simple, direct to the point, no need for any computations. And now we're going to proceed with another basic rules here, which is the a raised to the negative m. Here, the exponent is negative. So how do we multiply a here? How many times are we going to multiply it? Because the sign of the exponent here is negative. So again, medyo mahirap kung iisipin mo. But the way that you're going to solve this one is to get the reciprocal of that term. And to get the reciprocal, you simply get the denominator and the numerator inverse o i-reverse mo lang. Take note, in fractions, kung medyo nakalimutan mo yun or hindi mo pa alam, any number or any whole number, any number have a denominator of 1. That's how you're going to write it into fraction. Right? So, if you're going to get the reciprocal of this one to make the exponent positive, what you're going to do is to put the 1 here on the top and the a raised to the m as at the bottom as the denominator. Right? You're going to write it as fraction. So, if you have already done the reciprocal, if you get already the reciprocal of this term, which is 1 all over raised to the m, ginawa mo denominator, ha? That will now make the exponent positive, as we have seen here. So, I forgot to, so, this is an example. We have here b raised to the negative 2. Again, we're going to get the reciprocal of this one and take note that the denominator, if we're going to write this into fraction, is equal to 1. Why 1? Because a fraction is also division. If you're going to divide b raised to the negative 2 divided by 1, still, it will give you b raised to the negative 2. So, again, it only implies that there is a denominator of 1 here, but that is optional if you're going to write the 1 there. You can simply write it as b raised to the negative 2. I'm just showing it here so that you can easily understand on how you're going to get the reciprocal of b raised to the negative 2. There's an implied denominator of 1, and to get the reciprocal, you're going to get the 1 as the numerator and the b raised to the negative 2 as the denominator. Sa baba naman ngayon yun, making the exponent here positive. Okay, I hope I'm clear with that. So again, we have here, I'm going to use an actual number, 2 raised to the negative 2. So, to get the reciprocal of 2 raised to the negative 2, you will simply put this as denominator. That will become 1 all over 2 raised to the positive 2. Right? So, positive na ngayon yung exponent natin. So, what does an exponent mean? It means that you're going to multiply the base by itself on whatever is denoted by the exponent. Right? So here we have 2 as an exponent and the base is also 2. So it means that we're going to multiply the base 2 here twice, which is the case in here. It will become 1 all over 2 times 2. Bakit dalawa? Kasi yung exponent natin, dalawa. Right? Simplifying it further, that will become 1 all over 4. So I hope you can follow. So, this is now the final answer there. That 2 raised to the negative 2 is simply equals to 1 all over 4. Another example here, we have here 1 all over 5 raised to the negative 2. This time, the denominator has a negative exponent. So, to get the reciprocal of this, this will now become the numerator, yung 5 raised to the negative 2, tapos yung 1, yung magiging denominator, which is the case in here. Okay, so nagpalit sila yung numerator at saka yung denominator. Yung nasa taas at saka nasa baba, if you still don't know what is a fraction is. Pagbabalik mo lang po. Right? So now, we have the exponent here of positive 2, pwede na natin i-simplify yun. As long as the exponent is positive, pwede na natin i-simplify. So, that will now become 5 raised to 2 simply. Kasi, di ba yung 1, pwede na nating tanggalin yon. Or 5 squared divided by 1 is simply 5 squared. Any number divided by 1 is the number itself. Yung rules ng fractions and division, di ba? So, now, how do we simplify yung 5 squared? It means that we're going to multiply 5 times 5 twice, which will give us 25. Okay? So, I hope you can follow with this one. Okay. Sige, later na po ako mabibigay ng additional example once I finish with here. Okay? So, just to summarize it, again, tandaan mo lang, pag 1 yung exponent, that is the number itself. Pag 0 yung exponent, that is simply 1. Pag naman negative yung exponent, you have to get the reciprocal. Okay? That's how easy these 3 rules are. Basic lang, wala kang ganong gagawin dyan na operation. So, let's now proceed with the next rule here, which is the product rule. Excuse me po. Alright, I have to take off my cuff. Alright, so we have here a raised to the m times a raised to the n. If you have the same base, which is a, we have the same base here, which is also a, and then you have an exponent here sa a na m, the second exponent on the second term is n. If you're going to multiply a number with the same base, tapos may exponent sila, what you will do is simply copy the base. Okay, kung ano man yung common base nila, and then add the exponent. Okay, that's how simple it is. So, let's try to use a different variable. Okay, so we have here b times b squared. Take note here that we have the same base, which is letter b. And then, of course, we have an exponent here. What is the exponent here? If you remember the rules, we have an exponent here of 1. Okay? Kasi naka-implied lang, pag walang exponent, ibig sabihin nun, may exponent siya na 1. Okay? So, what are we going to do? If you have the same base, and you're going to multiply it, or the terms that have an exponent, what you're going to do is simply add those exponents. Okay? Copy the base and add the exponent. So, we have the 1 here, which is this, and the exponent 2 here, which is this one. So, you simply add this one, okay? That will now be raised to the third power. Okay? 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Copy the same base, of course. Alright? I hope that is clear. Again, copy the base, add the exponent. That's how simple that rule is. Okay? Again, we're going to use an actual number here. We have here 5 squared times 5. So, we have the same base of 5. We have an exponent here of 2. And we have an exponent here of what? 1. Okay? So, naka-implied yun. So, we're going to copy the base and simply add the exponent. We have here 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1. And that is equal to 5. Copy the base. And then add the exponent. 2 plus 1 is 3. Follow? Now, we can simplify it now. We have 5 cubed. Okay? Or yung 5 squared times 5 is simply 5 cubed. Then, how can we simplify this one? Of course, we're going to multiply 5 3 times by itself. That will become 5 times 5 times 5. And that is equivalent to 5 times 5 is 25. 5 is 125. Kasi yung 4, 100 yun. Dagdagan mo ng isa, 125. Clear? Okay, that will become 25 times 5. Okay? I hope you can follow po. Nakamute pala ako. Nakamute po pala ako. Saglit lang po ha. Ay, if you have questions po, paki-comment na lang. You can ask now. Ay, babasahin ko po later kasi medyo delay yung comment eh. Saglit lang po. Ayaw gumana yung PowerPoint ko. Baka mawala po yung PowerPoint ha. I-restart ko lang exit ko. Mawawala po yung PowerPoint ko ha, pero babalik po ako. Ibabalik yung PowerPoint. Standby po. Alright, can you see my PowerPoint now? May examples po tayo dyan. You can try solving it. Saglit. So, nagka-record ba ako? Does it post? I hope this para makuha natin. Okay, hindi naman nagpo-post. Alright, so, let's try to solve these basic problems. Okay. Alright, so the first problem that we have here, am I muted? Let's check the sounds muna. Alright, we're good, we're good. Alright, so let's try to solve this one. Alright, basically, you have here 2 squared. So, how do you solve this one? So, simply, i-multiply natin yung 2 by itself twice. That will become 2 times 2 or equivalent sa 4. Follow? So next, 2 raised to the 1. Ano nga yung rules natin? Pag may exponent na 1, ibig sabihin nun, the number itself, that will become 2. Pwede natin isulat na 2 raised to the 1, pero usually, what we simply do is write it as 2. So, ibig sabihin may exponent yun na 1. Pag nakakita kayo ng any number, ibig sabihin nun, may exponent yun na 1. Next, we have raised to the 0. Okay? Any number raised to the 0 is equal to 1. Kahit gaano kalaking number dun sa base mo, it will still give you 1. Okay? And the next one, pag may negative naman na exponent, anong ginagawa natin? We're going to get the reciprocal. That will become 1 all over 2 raised to the 2. Or it will give us 1 all over 4. O 2 times 2 dun sa baba. Kaya naging 4. Okay? So, these are the basic laws dun sa naunang tatlong rules natin, di ba? Okay. Pero meron akong hindi nalagay doon yung fractional. I will do that later. Next, we have here negative 5 squared. Ito, karaniwang lumalabas ito sa exam. Medyo confusing sa una. Pero, we usually read kasi this one as negative 5 squared. And it's somehow, if you're going to hear yung negative 5 squared, it somehow tells us that we're going to square the negative 5. But that is not the actual case here because the base here is actually the 5. Not the negative 5 itself. Okay? So, if you're going to simplify this one, you have here the negative and then you simply multiply the 5 by itself 2 times. Kasi yun yung ibig sabihin ng 2 doon. But, take note, there's no exponent doon sa may negative 1. Kasi just like yung implied na 1, you can write yung negative 5 as negative 1 times positive 5 squared. Etong ibig sabihin nun. So, yung 2 doon, naka-exponent lang ay doon sa 5. That's why we only multiply yung 5 times 5, not the negative itself. Okay? Kasi yung negative sign doon, yung negative 5 itself can also be written as negative 1 times 5. And take note, this is a different term. Hindi mo yan naka-exponent, hindi naka-exponent yung 2 doon sa 1. Also, you're not going to distribute yung 2 doon sa negative 1 itself. Kasi, wala namang parenthesis na i-multiply mo yung 2 doon. Walang parenthesis na you have to multiply yung exponent sa labas. Ano yung i-multiply mo dito? Ang exponent nito is 1, ang exponent nito is 1. Yun lang yung i-multiply mo. Pero wala nang pakialam yun. Kasi, ang base ng second power dito, yung 2, is the 5 only. Not here. Okay? Somehow like 1 raised to 1 times 2 squared. Ito lang yung base mo. Walang pakialam nito. Unless you're going to do this way. Right? So, I hope that's clear. Anyway, we're going to do it another example. Yung idea mo on the next example. Okay? So, simplifying this, negative 5 squared is simply negative. Multiplying the base, which is the only the 5 here, twice. That will give us negative 25. Okay? That's the final answer here. Negative 25. Take note again, just to make it clear, lumalabas ito sa exam, yung negative doon hindi kasama. Okay? Now, let's try here. You can check it sa calculator po. Okay? So, if we have here negative 5 raised to the second power, this time, naka-parenthesis o naka-group yung negative 5. Which means, this is only one term. So, as you can see, nire-raise niya yung to the second power, yung 5. Yung negative 5 itself. Kung sasabihin natin ngayon, sir, di ba may negative 1 sa loob yun? Okay, tapos yung 5, di ba sabi mo pag negative 5, ganito? Yes, so how do we write it? This is negative 1 times 5. Right? Pero, merong exponent, nakagrupo, nakaparenthesis Take note, yung parenthesis is a symbol of grouping. So, naka-parenthesis yan, o naka-bracket, kasi may parenthesis na tayo dito, na 2. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, you're going to distribute this one sa loob. Okay? May exponent dito, may exponent dito. Okay? Nagiging complicated na ba? Okay? I'm just showing it here kung bakit naging magkasama na yung negative 5 here. Kasi nakapaloob na yan. Okay? Nakagrupo na. So, if you're going to simplify that one, that will become negative plus negative is positive 1, di ba? Negative 1 squared times 5 squared, that will become 1 times 25, giving us positive 25. Medyo mabilis na ata ako mag-solve. Alright? So, I'll try to do it slowly. But just try to remember po. Pag naka-grouping siyan, ang base mo dyan, yung negative 5. Pag hindi naka-grouping dyan, kung ano yung mas malapit sa kanya na term, which is 5, yun lang yung kanyang base. Okay? So, here, solve natin to. Negative 5 squared is negative 5 times negative 5. Okay? Ilagay natin ito sa bracket kasi para hindi magkaroon ng confusion, yung multiplication at saka yung subtraction na magkasunod. Ibig sabihin nito, you are trying to multiply yung negative 5 by another term here, which is negative 5. Okay? which will give us positive 25. Okay? Erase natin ito. Okay? Para more on engineering na explanation ko dito. Okay? So, ito lang ang tandaan po ninyo para hindi kayo malito. Tandaan mo na pag naka-parenthesis, isang grupo yon. So, kasama yung negative sign doon at yun yung i-multiply mo by itself. Negative 5 times negative 5. Okay? Kasi second power, twice mo i-multiply. That will give us positive 25. Paano naging positive? Kasi po pag negative times negative is positive. Pero bigyan na ng topic natin yun, which is the integer. But for the meantime, take note na pag magkaparas yung sign at nagmamultiply ka, that is a positive. Next, we have here 5 times 5 squared. O yan, medyo mas malinaw na po dito. Ano yung naka-exponent? Yung 5 na ito, itong 5 na ito, o parehas? Okay? Take note, naka-multiply silang dalawa. So, you can apply different rules here. Diba? Ano? You can apply only yung rules na yung second power is naka-exponent dun sa base na 5 here. Not excluding this one kasi magkaibang terms nga yan. Okay? Yung sinasabi natin kanina. So, how do we solve this one? I-copy lang muna natin yung first term na 5. Ang sabi, exponent daw natin nung 5 dito is 2. So, we're going to multiply it. Ilagay ko lang sa bracket kasi hindi pwedeng panay parenthesis tayo ng parenthesis. Yun lang po ibig sabihin ng bracket dito. Okay? After ng parenthesis, ang gagamitin natin ay yung what you call this, brace. Okay? Yeah, bracket hata. Ayun lang, nalilito na ako. So, we have here 5 times 5. Ito ibig sabihin ng 5 squared, di ba? I-grinupo ko na lang para ibig sabihin ito yung may exponent na 2. Itong dalawa na ito. Yung 5 na yon, ito yon. You have to be used with the simple things. Madali lang naman po ito. Okay? So, masyado ko natin dinidetalye. I don't know what's your level of math kaya I'm trying to make it basic as much as possible. Trying to explain the details as much as possible. So, simplifying this one, that will become 5 times 25. O sir, bakit naging bracket parenthesis na? Kasi isa na lang naman isang grouping na lang Kung tatanggalin ko yung parenthesis, maging 525 yan. That's why I have to group yung 25. To simply means na isang term ito, yung 25. Okay? Bakit nawala yung bracket? But you can use bracket here or you can use a parenthesis. Depende sa inyo. Basta isang groupings na lang ito. Okay? Kaysa lagyan ko pa naman ng bracket dito. Same thing lang din. Okay? If you understand yung PEMDAS, yan yun. So, simplifying it further, 5 times 25 is 125. Okay? Kasi 4 na 25 is 100 plus 25 again. Pang 5 25, that's 125. Okay? Next example, we have here 5 raised to the negative 5 squared. So, try to apply what you have learned here. So, copy first natin yung unang term, which is yung 5. Then, we're going to multiply. Yung 5 lang ba o yung negative 5 yung negative kasama? Kasama yung negative kasi isang grupo sila dito. So, magiging negative 5 times negative 5. Right? That will give us, copy lang muna natin yung 5. Sabi natin, yung inside bracket muna. Okay? Ang gagamitin ko naman, this time is bracket. You can do the same process kasi ginawa ko na lang ng parenthesis. Kasi more on, mas madali ng, usually, pag isa na lang, parenthesis na lang yung nakikita. Pero for the sake na makompare mo lang din, it's the same thing. Okay? Basta isang groupings na lang, isang symbol sa grouping, either parenthesis or bracket. Whatever kung saan ka komportable gamitin. So, simplifying this, that will become negative 5 times negative 5. That will give us positive 25. Follow? So, take a look at this. So, ang ginamit ko naman dito, ang iniwan ko naman dito na groupings is yung bracket. Okay? Dito, yung parenthesis is still the same thing. Again, basta isang groupings na lang. Now, let's try to solve this one. That will give us 5 times 25 is, almost got wrong here. 125. Kasi apat na 5 is 100. Tapos isang pang 25. Apat na 25 is 100. Tapos isa pang 25. That will give us 125. Right? So, I hope you got these examples kasi madadali lang naman po yan. Okay? Sorry na mali ko. Hindi ko ata na-print screen. Anyway, you have the recordings there. Okay? So, I'm going to solve another example, set of examples here. Do not get afraid kasi mas madali lang. If you know yung rules natin, kanina, na pag may parenthesis, i-distribute lang natin yung exponent no sa loob. Okay? Ganun lang kadali. So, siguro ito, tititigan mo na lang ito. Diba? Multiplying yung exponent, that will become 2 raised to the negative 6. And then, kukunin mo yung reciprocal, ay 2 raised to the 6. 1 over 2 raised to the 6 na mangyayari. Okay? If you follow what I've said, magaling ka na. Madali na sa'yo ito. Okay? So, simplify natin. 2 raised to the negative 6. Hindi ko na po isusulat but that is 2 times negative 3. Okay? Para makita mo lang how do you solve this talaga. Okay? Dapat mabilis. Next one is magiging reciprocal kasi negative Hindi mo naman pwedeng i-multiply yung 2 6 times kasi negative yung exponent. You have to make it positive. At pag may negative yung exponent, what you're going to do is to get the reciprocal. Copy? Which should now become 1 all over 2 raised to the 6. Simplifying it, sige sulat natin kasi para hindi din ako malito mag-multiply. 2 times 2, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 So that will become 1 all over 2 raised to the 6. Alright? So multiply natin ito, that will become, simplify natin, that will become 1 all over 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, times 2 is 64. Okay? 1 all over 64. 2 raised to the 6. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, 32, 64. Right? So next, 5 times 2 raised to the negative 3 raised to 2. So yung basic rules nito is the same dun sa rules ng distributions ng multiplication dun sa loob at sa labas. It's just that may dalawang term tayo dito. So, you have to distribute this exponent to the exponent inside. At may dalawang exponent dito. Mayroong exponent na 1 yung 5 at may exponent na negative 3 yung 2. So, what will happen? That will become 5 squared. Bakit 2? Kasi 1 times 2, which is here. Multiply it by 2 raised to the negative 3. Yung pong dot doon, ibig sabihin doon, baka makakita kayo niyan sa exam, ibig sabihin niyan multiplication. Right? So, 2 raised to the negative 3, tapos may exponent na 2 sa labas, that will become 2 raised to the negative 6. Kasi negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. So, what's the next thing that you have to do here? What do you think? You have to simplify yung 2 raised to the 6 muna. Okay? That will become 5 squared times, how do we simplify? Pag may exponent na negative, you get the reciprocal na magiging 2 raised to the positive 6. Simplifying it further, ilipat ko na lang po dito sa kabila kasi I'm running out of space there. That will become 5 squared, hindi ko na muna i-distribute, hindi ko na muna i-simplify yung exponent. Simplify lang muna natin yung 2 raised to the 6 kasi para hindi tayo nalilito, isa-isahin lang natin. So, 1 all over 2 raised to the 6 is actually 64. As we did here. Diba? And then, simplify natin yung 5 squared. It depends. Pwede sabayin mo na yan. Okay? Isa ko lang, inuna ko lang dito kasi yung focus ng mind mo, for sure, is nandun sa 2 raised to the 6. Okay? Pero, if you're good already, pwedeng sabay-sabay mo na yan. So, simplify natin. That will become 25, yung 5 squared. Tapos, yung 1 all over 64, magiging 25 all over 64 kasi if you're going to multiply, sorry na madali ko na So magiging 25 ito, di ba? yung 5 squared, multiply mo dito sa fraction na to, that will become 25 times 1, that's 25. Simply copy the denominator kasi ang denominator nito is 1. Multiplying of fractions. Right? Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. That will give us 25 over 64. Right? Next. Okay, so we have here 5 times 2 raised to the negative 3, then exponent na 2. Tapos meron naman tayo dito ngayon denominator na meron din exponent, which is yung 2 squared raised to 3. So again, yung basic rules lang natin, di ba? I-distribute natin yung exponent natin sa loob papunta sa exponent sa labas. At pag meron naman division, anong ginagawa? Kung sa multiplication, pag nagmo-multiply ka, in-add natin, di ba? Yung exponent. Pag nagdi-divide ka, kabalik na naman. Isusubtract natin. So that will become 5 squared. I hope you can follow. Hindi ko na po iisa-isahin. 5 squared, yung exponent nito, 1 times 2 times 2 raised to the negative 6. 3 times negative 2, yung negative 6. Follow? Pasensya na po kayo. This is the way talaga I actually solve. Mas mabilis pa nga ito, mabagal dito. Okay? Kaya minsan hindi ko na na-explain. Okay? Pero I just want to show how do you solve this actually para nang mas mabilis. I'm just trying to do the modeling. Para may idea ka, dapat pala ganito yung gagawin ko sa exam. Okay? Hindi isa-isahin mo pa. Right? Actually, these things sa medyo magaling, you can do this mentally na lahat eh. Okay? So, simplify natin yung nasa baba naman, alam mo na yan, di ba? Exponent sa loob, exponent sa labas. What will happen? 2 raised to the, I hope nasagot mo po yun, 2 raised to the 6. Okay? Next, simplify natin ito. Merong exponent doon sa taas na negative. So, ililipat natin sa baba. Right? Or pwede din na isusubtract mo yung exponent na to doon sa exponent sa baba. Pero mas parang i-demo na lang natin yung iba't ibang rules. Ibaba ko na lang muna. Okay? So, that will become 5 squared. Yung may negative na exponent doon, ibaba ko doon sa ibaba. Diba? Babalik na rin ko. Kasi reciprocal, diba? If you have here 2 raised to the negative 6, that will become 1 all over 2 raised to the 6. Right? So, that's what will happen. That will become 2 raised to the 6. Ito yun. Ito. Ito naman yung 2 raised to the negative 6. Ilalagay ko sa baba. Anong operation? Magiging multiplication doon. Right? 2 raised to the negative, positive 6. Ito yung negative doon sa taas, naging positive. Okay? Just to emphasize that one. Right? Ito yung 2 raised to the 6 dito. Bakit naging multiplication? Kasi ang operation natin dito is multiplication. It can also be written as, ilagay ko nga dito, 5 squared all over 2 raised to the 6. Ito po yung dalawa na yun. Multiplied by 2 raised to the negative 6. Right? Ikukunin mo yung reciprocal nito. 2 raised to the negative 6. That will become 1 all over 2 raised to the 6. Copy? At pag magmumultiply ka ng fraction, numerator times numerator. So, 5 squared times 1, 5 squared yun. At yung 2 raised to the 6 times 2 raised to the 6, hindi ko na muna isi-simplify yan, isulat ko na lang na as multiplication yun. Kasi ito yung dalawang numerator, di ba? Denominator times denominator. Right? Yung multiplier natin dito yung 1. Sige, isulat ko para parehas meron. Right? So, erasing ko na ito. Excuse me. If you got questions, pakilagay na lang po sa comment or kahit i-message nyo lang po. Yun. Okay? So, simplify na natin ito. This is 5 squared times 1 is 5 squared din, di ba? So, simplify ko ng diretso. 5 squared times 5, that means na 25 yun. 5 times 5. Okay? 5 squared times 1 is 5 squared. Ilan yung 5 squared? 25. Next, yung 2 raised to the 6, paano ba yun? 2 raised to the 6 is actually, i-add mo yung dalawang exponent niyan. And that will become 2 raised to the 12. Kasi pag nagmo-multiply ka na may exponent, ina-add mo yung exponent. Di po ba? Which is 6 plus 6, that will become 12. That's why we have here, copy the base, 2 raised to the 12. At it? Sige, medyo mapapasubo tayo sa multiplication nito. So, 25, anyway, by 2 naman yan, medyo madali-dali. Tsagain lang natin. Excuse me. So, kunin natin itong 2 raised to the 12. Okay? Sulat natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Eh? Actually, sa multiplication at saka sa fraction, malaking bagay itong how do you multiply 2. Okay? Pwede mo maging shortcut yan. Maraming shortcut yan. Sa times 5, yan, ginagamit yan. Divisibility rules. Unang-una mong i-check is by 2. Okay, so sige, practice natin yung multiplication natin by 2. Right? So, 25, para exponent yung sulat ko doon. Okay, that's 25 actually. Okay? So, that will become now 25 here. Okay, simplify natin sa baba. So, that will become 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 4096. Alright. Again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 4096. Ayan. So, we have here 4096. Buti lang binary. Natatandaan ko pa. So, 25 all over 4096. Can we further simplify this one? Wala na po. Right? So, that is the last example that I'm going to discuss. Pero, I'm going to put another supplemental examples dun sa post or dun sa Google form natin. Okay? So, kung hindi pa po kayo nakaka-access ng Google Form, ng activity natin, paki-message lang po dun sa, natin, sa page. Itong page din po na ito. Okay? So, may questions po ba? So, let me just stop yung recording po and then, we're going to entertain some questions and do some examples. Okay?